Gene Curran on Highland Radio.
And you're very welcome back. And if you've been listening all along, you know that I'm in the studio. I've got Ian Smith and Rob Stein, and that was Matthew Southern Comfort's version of Joni Mitchell's Woodstock. And of course, just trying to make Rob feel at home because he's based in Woodstock over there in America. So we were going to hear a lovely song now from you, Ian, and accompanied by Rob, KG Strand, and it's a very special place for you.
Sure, well, KG Strand is where my wife Breda comes from, and we moved there, I don't know, coming up in 40 years ago, and both our sons were born and raised there, you know, and I just like singing it, and the people who live in the area kind of relate to the song as well. And before I start doing this, Rob didn't have pedal steel in it, so Rob's just doing this off the top of his head, and I'm throwing him a solo, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, it's called On KG Strand, okay?
Okay.
Right. You brought me here a younger man, stranger to your land, away from home but near alone. We walked on the silver sand. You pointed out your people's place with the fingers of your hand. Heard music whistle o'er the wind, and your arms on KG Strand. Mountains purple and grey won't call me away. Rivers silver and clear won't draw me from here. At a distance the islands look pretty enough, but on KG we fell in love. On KG we fell in love. Amazed at how our family's grown. Years are melted by. Kids gone from home. Now we're alone in the blanket of the night. You trace the lines across my face with the fingers of your hand. There's music as we start again, arm in arm on KG Strand. Mountains purple and grey won't call me away. Rivers silver and clear won't draw me from here. At a distance the islands look pretty enough, but in KG we fell in love. On KG we fell in love. Mountains purple and grey won't call me away. Rivers silver and clear won't draw me from here. At a distance the islands look pretty enough, but on KG we fell in love. On KG we fell in love. Let's quietly watch the tide return against a sky so red. Hold each tranquil moment close when nothing need be said. Forever lost in love with you, by my side you stand. This woman in love with me from here. At a distance, the islands look pretty enough. But on Cajun, we fell in love. On Cajun, we fell in love. Oh, on Cajun, we fell in love.
Absolutely beautiful. It must be lovely to have someone to write a song about you.
I don't know about that.
And lovely accompaniment there with Rob. And actually, I was telling you just when we were off there during the break that you were described by someone as being sonically eloquent on pedal steel guitar. So there you are, praise indeed, Rob. So Ian, you've released so many CDs now, going back, what, 10 more years?
Oh, a few. I think I've got 6 or 7 over, my career of sorts, but it's not something I rush out, and I've never been in the commercial world of, I must get something out and sell lots of albums. I just love writing songs. And when I write them, I want to record them, so that my great-great-grandchildren can say, that's my great-great-grandfather.
And Rob, have you written any songs, or are you mainly a producer, or have you written anything yourself?
I have, but instrumental music.
Okay.
I can't write words. I've tried, but I got so embarrassed. I had to stop.
So you leave the lyrics to the likes of Ian, and then you write the instrumentals, then, or you compose instrumentals.
Yes.
And we're talking about the group that you are actually playing with now in America, called the Bobcats. Yeah. And I suppose it doesn't take a big imagination to know that it's something to do with Bob Dylan.
That's the idea. I thought it was pretty clever. Now it's 2 words: the 3 words, the Bobcats, because there was already a group that was 1 word, the Bobcats 1 word, and in America they'll sue everybody, so it's now 2 words.
And do you play locally in Woodstock, or are you sort of going to
locally in Woodstock, and within a 100-mile radius, something like that? New York is a big state, so yeah.
And I saw a clip of the Bobcats on YouTube where you sort of did a medley of a lot of Bob Dylan songs and put them all together. And there were some fabulous musicians there that play with you in that. And who are they?
Well, let's see. The front man, or one of the front men, is Doug Yoel, who's also a radio personality in Woodstock, and he's wonderful. And then Jerry Murata plays drums. Bass player is Chuck Cornelis. He's played with a number of people. He actually started in the business as a bass player with Chris Isaac. I think he's still current. So let me see, who am I missing? And on keyboards, we have a fellow named Bruce Milner, who in the 60s was part of a band called Every Mother's Son. And they had a top hit called Come On Down to My Boat Baby. And Bruce is also the most well-known dentist in Woodstock. So usually the comedian behind the drums, if we play in Woodstock, will ask the audience, how many people know Bruce? A lot of hands go up. And then how many people go to Bruce as a dentist? A lot of hands will go up. And of course the next thing is, how many people owe Bruce money? A lot of hands will go down.
Right.
Yeah. And then last but definitely not least is Kyle Esposito, who's just an incredible guitar player. Just blows my mind every time I play with that band. So it's just wonderful to play with that. So.
And for people on this side of the Atlantic, how can they access your music, the Bobcats?
I would go to YouTube and just put the Bobcats, 3 words, Woodstock, and then it'll come up.
Okay, so I'm sure we'll do that. And are you going to release any CDs or anything on Spotify that people can download?
There is a Spotify thing, but I'm not sure if it's just our own working. I'm sorry, I wouldn't know.
Okay.
But go and have a look on YouTube. I think people will enjoy it, and especially the song Senor. That's, yeah.
And I suppose like Bob Dylan has written so many songs that you'll never run out of material anyway.
That's correct. Yeah. And he's still doing it.
I know, yes, and at 83 years of age. Yeah, I think he's still on his Rough and Rowdy tour. I think
He's still on that, yeah.
Yeah. So I saw him in Dublin when he was there, I think 2 years ago, and it's just great to say that I've actually seen him. It was the first time. It's always on my bucket list to see him. So
it was the first time you saw him?
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
What did you think?
Well, I enjoyed it, but I wish that I had seen him in his earlier, when he was out in front playing the guitar, because he was behind the piano all the time. Yeah, but still, it was so good. And going back to yourself, Ian. One of the last songs you're going to, because I'm just looking at the clock here now. We're going to run out of time, and we suppose we could chat all night, and we'd listen to your lovely music all night as well. But this is an old song you were saying to me, and "Restless Heart" is from one of your earlier albums.
An early album called "Restless Heart," and this is the song that took like 20 minutes to write. It's kind of popish kind of song. Again, Rob's thrown in deep end. There was no pedal steel in this, and Rob's just adjusted to kind of complement what I'm doing, and really helps the songs immensely, you know. So we'll try this. It's called "Restless Heart," and we'll see. Are we good to go with it?
Can I send a quick dedication? This one goes to the Rogers family in West Nyack, New York.
Okay.
Hi, Milo and Leland.
Are we good to go with it?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I think we did fairly well in the deep end, so we did. Ian and Rob, it's been a pleasure having you in the studio tonight.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much, Jane.
As I said, I hope that we'll catch up the next time that you're off tomorrow,
I'm
Rob.
off tomorrow, but I'll be back as soon as possible.
Okay.
It's just great. Thank you for the opportunity for people to get to hear other musicians, not just from here, who come from other places. It's lovely. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you,
Oh,
Jane.
no, you're very welcome, and safe journeys tomorrow. And and best of luck with all the new material, Ian, that you're going to have in the
cool.
near future.
Thanks very much. Thank you. Okay.
Tesco Club Card gives you the power to more this